Joseph McCann was sent to prison last December and given 33 life sentences. But a new report says he was only free to commit so many crimes because of mistakes by prison and probation staff. Now, this was the moment he was finally captured by police last year. They found him up a tree in Cheshire. It followed a 2-month manhunt for him. Now, he carried out a whole series of sex attacks on 11 women and children all over the country, aged between 11 and 71. All this was just 2 months after he was freed from prison, where he'd been serving time for burglary. Now, this review says he was released despite there being signs he posed a risk to the public. It highlights what it calls major failings by inexperienced probation staff. And it says, most worryingly, that they didn't receive information from prison staff who had evidence of his potential for being dangerous.
And what have the Ministry of Justice had to say about all this? Well,
it says they have greatly improved the sort of information sharing between prisons and probation officers. But we've spoken to the lawyer of some of McCann's victims. He thinks the most potentially dangerous offenders should be red flagged so that all the authorities know who they're dealing with.
What happened here is that certain individuals trying to deal with McCann just didn't realise that others in the system had identified a risk or a potential risk. So, the information gets lost, and you need to have a default system that prevents that from happening.
And that sort of red flagging that he's talking about isn't being suggested by the Ministry of Justice at the moment. But this has been such an horrific instance of the system going wrong, Sian. There'll be a second part of the review into this case in a few months' time.